We scaring the hoes, let's go. Peggy about to peg you, hold up. Whoa, Astolfo, that's a biggin. Let it be known, I harassed this man for over a month, every live chat to react to this album. There you go. Astolfo harassed me into listening to this project, and now here we are. Let me see real quick what my statistics are looking like here. I have a 93.6% male audience and a 6.4% female audience. So yeah, I guess my channel did be scaring the hoes. So this music should be perfect for me. We got track number 1 on this, Lean Beef Patty.
First off, fuck Elon Musk, $8 too much, that's expensive. This ain't what you want. No, this ain't what you want. Fuck y'all niggas, I feel like Papa John.
Oh my god.
What kind of rapping is this? The economy rap niggas piss, you know it. I'm gonna take my bitch, that pussy get fitted like this shit. I don't fuck with you niggas like I'm not Hogan.
Oh my god, that Hulk Hogan line. This is so weird, but I like it. That was a pretty chaotic start. This is Watch the Throne for neurodivergent people, Virgin Core. Oh my god. But yeah, that was extremely energetic. It felt like things kept moving forward, things kept switching up. I don't even know what kind of like subgenre you would like classify that as, but there was just a lot going on. JPEGMAFIA had my favorite verse on it, but Danny Brown was pretty nice too. The Hulk Hogan line as well, referring to his controversy from a few years ago, the Hulk Hogan N-word controversy. I don't know if you guys know about that, but you had a line about that on here. It's good that I have the lyrics up in front of me because I feel like without that I wouldn't be able to make out what they're saying as well, but I feel like the mixing with this type of album, it works. Mixing can be used for an aesthetic, you know, often it can, often it is. Gives it that rough edge. Pretty solid start, really got me interested to see where we go from here, so let's move on to track number 2. This also has an amazing track list, Steppa Pig.
Uncut with that top side, my brain fried, don't do drugs. Ain't no way, God can never did shit for me.
Oh my god.
You ain't never seen no things that you want everything.
What the fuck is going on? In a good way.
Backing this bitch with the dope, she backing it up for a gram. Baby,
Hey.
I cannot do nothing with hope. I'ma try Molly and Zans.
You bitch stay buckling you off the leash, fuck 'em.
I feel like this is quite different to any JPEGMAFIA production that I've heard before, you know?
When I stalk your page and I see you living life, respect for me. These niggas be dick riding for grown ass men that don't even know them.
Every Drake defender ever.
Bitch, please. Still pretty, still torrid. I don't think with you niggas like Hogan. Trigger
He used the Hogan line again. That right there, that was something, bro. Steppa Pig was amazing. This is the only album where they can reuse bars and they're harder the second time around. I agree. I like the first track, but this one was just a step above it. It was crazy. The beat on that was so creative. It had a soulful sound to it, but a really glitchy industrial sound to it at the same time. It just feels like it's doing so many things at once, but it all works really well together, and it's just some mind-blowing shit. That was an NSYNC sample that he used on there. That's so cool. He turned it into what Genius describes as an industrial hip-hop, Detroit, New York, glitch hop, hardcore hip-hop, experimental rap track. Really, really fucking fun to listen to so far. Track number 3, title track, Scaring the Hoes. Where are we going after that? Steppa Pig was magnificent. We out here beating some meat.
Stop scaring hoes. Play that shit out and touch their toes.
Oh my god, it's the Scaring Hoes anthem.
Stop scaring hoes. Play that shit out and touch their toes.
Well, when I hear that weird shit now, what the fuck is that? Give me that ice cord.
That one was okay. I preferred Steppa Pig for sure. I think that track was more wild and insane. This one was a little bit more stripped back, sort of. I still think it was very creative, and I like the hook on it. I thought the hook was pretty cool with the, you know, played into this whole scaring the whole music concept. So I do like the lyrics on this, but in terms of the sound, I think the track was alright. Not too crazy about that one. We're getting on to the next track here, Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, I used to have like a set of Garbage Pail Kids, and they're just the nastiest shit ever. Just like stuff that I find gross now. I'm pretty sure it came from having Garbage Pail Kids stickers when I was younger. But this one is spelt like P-A-L-E.
Niggas don't rap no more, they just sell clothes. So I should probably quit and start a line of bathroom. Eat your ass like I'm cannabis.
I love that reference.
Some of you niggas be talking that shit, you spend all your life in motherfucking rap. Get lined up and enough, get slapped in the dub and shot. Ain't doing nothing bad, nigga, your hands in coots. I still posting me.
Going off with this flow right here. Hey, now I'll admit, maybe I'm just too hooked on Steppa Pig because of how insane that track was to me, but I feel like since that song I've been waiting for something to like live up to the level of excitement I had for that track. This was another one that I thought was pretty good, but it didn't get up to that Steppa Pig level again for me. That song has just been the most mind-blowing part of this album for me. There was parts of the instrumental that were a bit more abrasive, that were harder for me to get into, like that instrumental break with the guitars. Again, I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with it. It was just a bit harder for me to get into, but I really like JPEGMAFIA's verse on it. I think he went off. His energy on this song, I could really, you know, hook onto that. That was good. Yeah, Peggy has more of a presence, and I really like Danny Brown now. I really like Danny Brown, but yeah, Peggy's definitely the most exciting part of this to me so far. So let's go into track number 5, Fentanyl Tester. Let's see what we've got right here.
You know, I'm just saying, man. Is it the cars, the clothes, the money, the jewelry, the crib, the drug, or the hoe? You can get rocked and Christian. How you hate it, broke, no fixing them. Right, they got these raps Sicilian. Fucking feeling I'm stuck in my ways. Look at me.
God, the sample again? It samples Milkshake by Khalees.
Push it to the maximum. I do what I want to. Stay, yeah, ain't no accident. Ain't you picking those on hinges. Look at him, he's so expensive. Pull up from a weak side. I'm gonna take you for a ride. What's so
Wow, that was something else. That was another really bizarre track. Just a really creative flip of Milkshake by Khalees for that instrumental. I like these ones that are really like energetic and wild and the beats are crazy. Those are the ones that are really stimulating my brain right now on this first listen. And I just think it's a lot of fun, you know? If y'all ever wondered what ADHD brain thinks like, it just be this album. I could believe that. Track number 6. Burfict. Okay. Oh my god, this is like the weird version of Trophies by Drake. I'm sure JPEGMAFIA would love that comparison.
Nigga, I do this for fun. They hide behind money like TTS Duns. I heard niggas want to attack my show. I'ma make it do what it do. I should do what I say, but I know
gotta be another favorite from me right there. That maybe fell onto the more accessible end of the tracks that are on here, I would say. I think that's for anyone that doesn't listen to experimental music, you could maybe show them this and they might enjoy it a little bit at least. But I thought that was just really energetic and really fun, and again, different to anything else on this project so far. I think Danny Brown actually handled more of that track than Peggy this time around, so that was good. It was good to hear more of him on this track as well, and I think that worked really well. CDTV is the ultimate hole. What did I do? What do you say fuck me for? Track number 7, Shut Your Bitch Ass Up and Muddy Waters. It's a very exciting project because I have no clue what we're gonna get next.
Shut the fuck up talking to me.
I don't rap circles round niggas, I do figure eights. Pump it to the DJ, make a needle skip the plate. Break it, check it. You satire, campfires to Al Qaeda. I'm like,
campfires to Al Qaeda? Oh my god.
How I got more eggs. When I stop popping them pills, now I'm slanging bro. Ain't like I'm fighting, they didn't want me to come.
Forgive me for all of the slaying, sucky through muddy waters. Forgive the daughters, they barking at me, I'm raw dogging. It's black AOC, no matter what they try, say they can't KO me. And they post your wanna be black ass, so say cheese TV.
Oh my god. This is fucking amazing. They've really just got in there and had fun with this shit, man. Is that Minions? That sounds like Minions right there. What the fuck? Ooh, that was crazy. The production on here, I think, is some of JPEGMAFIA's best work yet. And I think, you know, Danny Brown and Peggy are just having a lot of fun going over these beats. I'm feeling it. It's really bringing a smile to my face. First part was amazing. Second part was amazing. It was all great put together. Can't believe Peggy and Danny got washed by Kevin the Minion. Hey, Kevin the Minion got those skills. Do you hear how fast those fuckers can talk? 10 fastest Kevin the Minion versus when? We'll get on to the next one right here. Orange Juice Jones. Okay, I just saw in Genius. This starts with Michael Jackson vocals.
You think you know me?
She run a road with a real one, nigga, we acting too tough. We all getting money. Rain, sleet, snow, when it's sunny.
Yeah, Danny sounds amazing on this. His
All night, saying I'm geeked up.
was that a small snippet of a Lady Gaga sample there?
It's space on autopilot. I've been rolling all night, saying
Dangerous, swang with us, sang with us, them niggas can't hang with us.
This is his version of Notorious Thugs.
I'm on the ground like a young bumpy. Pyrex living up a nigga. Chopper catching size and it's spitting like he is overtime and I'm still taking threes.
Oh my god. The beat for that was beautiful. I just love the fact that I have no idea what's coming next. It's keeping me guessing. It's keeping me engaged with what's happening. There's just constantly stuff happening. And yeah, the lyricism is really fun. There's a lot of jokes in there, a lot of humor to the bars. Easily, maybe like my favorite thing that I've heard this year so far. If not like my absolute favorite, it's up there. This is something incredible. Track number 9, Kingdom Hearts Key, featuring Redveil. Okay.
All that money get flushed in the blade. Try to dribble, go give me a ring. You got money, you don't gotta think. I feel like Ezra when I'm on the scene. All these felonies they never seen.
Oh my god, that sample use again? That shit is beautiful, man.
Look on my headline is Kane. Left and the right is the same. You bitches shit for me like Danny Kane.
make what you do look easy. Can't see me, they all get queasy. Moving on up like George and Weezy.
Here's the thing, Danny Brown, his voice is so unique, or the way that he uses his voice is so unique that it just adds such an interesting layer to the sound of the tracks. His verses have all been really captivating in that way. It just adds a complete new dynamic to everything, and I think it sounds really cool, man.
They got me like Velcro. All I need is a cell phone. I'ma get what I want. Cut up a sidewalk, smell like put it in the job, get up out the
Party's over, Grandpa.
Was that Brock Lesnar? That's something that Brock Lesnar said to Hulk Hogan on Raw. Party's over, Grandpa. Hulk Hogan has caught like 3 shots on this album so far, and it's great. Redveil was really good on there. Yeah, it's just cool to see him on this album on a track with Danny Brown and JPEGMAFIA. And it was another one of just like the best tracks on here. I thought the sample use was incredible. That track sounded really bright and vibrant and just beautiful. All the lines were really fun. Love Peggy's lines. Danny Brown's voice just added a really interesting extra layer to the music. Very aptly named Scaring the Hoes. I know if I played this music for my girlfriend, she would not like it at all. Hey, I didn't say my girl was a hoe. I didn't say she was a hoe. Okay, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I don't know how I can walk that one back, okay? But I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make an apology video. And yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I called my girlfriend a hoe. I didn't mean it like that. She's a lovely woman. I made a severe and continuous lapse in my Soldier Boy, hold up a minute. I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. And it won't happen again. How was that for an unscripted apology? Not bad, right? Track number 10, God Loves You. There we go, that's nice. That's a nice positive message, right? This is not very holy. This is not very Christ-like lyrically. Oh my god. A ski mask sample. Wow, that was magnificent. Yo, this run of like 4 tracks here, or honestly from Burfict until now, this run has been insane. God Loves You was amazing. I just think that was so funny. Making a track called God Loves You, and then Danny Brown's verse is like all this like really sexually explicit stuff with religious references intertwined into it. Very unholy, but in an amazing way. That was really a Danny Brown showcase, this track, I feel like. Right after JPEGMAFIA's short verse, you had that ski mask sample, Watered That Pussy Like Baptist, that even fits into the theme of the song, so it's a really clever sample use. Run the Jills, track number 11 of 14.
on a ride, angry and short, willing to die. Most my hate AK won't come outside, it's making me cry. Walk it off, just in the charge, I ain't lost a call. When your boys get to singing like Aaron Hall, just...
Oh, this one's only like a minute long? God, I was surprised it was so short, but really energetic. Beautiful samples, beautiful production, beautiful rapping. Everything about that was just short, perfect, to the point. Let's get on to track number 12, Jack Harlow, Combo Meal.
You won't see tomorrow. One phone call, your family sorrow. Everything I wear is vintage. I can run up on you. Man, I can't fuck with y'all niggas. Y'all let Jack Harlow sell y'all chick.
Oh my god.
Girl, it's been minutes, it's been hours, and it's been days.
Some of that trademark Peggy singing.
Your bag is looking like shit. That ass is looking like shit. Almost 30, don't know who you is, bitch.
Another amazing track. What else can I say, man? That was another really interesting use of a sample. It almost felt like those elements of the beat wouldn't work together, but they just did. Fun lyrics, fun beat, fun song. And we got some trademark Peggy singing on this one, so W for that. Track number 13, Whole Heaven on Earth.
Yeah, my bitch, she's so perfect and bad. And I love her, she's shaking that ass. Not a bachelor, I'm not a shooter. Bitch with a cash at, I'm a computer. That don't lie, they exist. If I was them, I'd be pissed. They
Only in church with somebody past. No hope for the future, we stuck in the past. Now we ended up on the bag with me. Walking in circles, these niggas in circles.
Got a long outro. Not one of the most exciting ones on the project for me. I like Peggy on it, but during the Danny Brown verse, it got a little bit weirder. The flow was a little bit more off kilter. The beat was a bit more stuttery. I don't know. The main reason why I've enjoyed this so far is, I mean, you guys know I'm not that deep into experimental music, so I like stuff that's like on the more accessible end of experimental, and I feel like JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown fall into that usually, and Danny's on this verse was a little bit more different and just unique and a little bit more off kilter, so that threw me off a little bit. Just one that I wasn't as crazy about as the other ones, and then it had that really long outro. So let's get into the last one before we go into my initial thoughts on it. Where you get your coke from?
Okay, my bitch, she bad. She got me on my zone, I make her shake that ass. That bitch let anybody in, she like the army. Off top on your bitch like Darby.
Once the fun clearance, I make my appearance. Show up incoherent, niggas know I'm a degenerate.
There we go. That was Where You Get Your Coke From. I thought that one was just another nice, energetic one. I really liked the bits during Peggy's verse where a lot of the elements of the beat dropped out and it was very percussive. I think it did that sound really well. Another one that's creative and fun, which is pretty much how I would sum up a lot of this project. What would you guys rate this out of 10 and how do you feel about it? For me, on my initial thoughts, I think I'm sitting on like a 9-ish out of 10 on my first listen. If not that, it's like an 8 to a 9 out of 10. Can't fully land on an actual rating until I give it some more listens, but I really think that's where I'll sit with this because I just think it's a lot of fun and it's easily the most exciting project that I've heard all year. There's a lot of stuff I've listened to this year where I feel like it's just not been very compelling or exciting or that it's just very middle of the road, but this was something different, something that actually stimulated my brain and had me engaged with it the whole way through. I think JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown are very interesting as rappers. Danny Brown has a really intriguing voice that I used to hate, but then I got used to it, and JPEGMAFIA, I've just been liking his music more and more over time. LP was maybe some of his best work yet, and I feel like while this was experimental, it was still very listenable. Just brought a smile to my face listening to it, and whenever I need to bring my mood up, I'd listen to this. Favorites, I'd go with Steppa Pig, Burfict, Shut Your Bitch Ass Up / Muddy Waters, Orange Juice Jones, Kingdom Hearts Key, and God Loves You. Least favorites, I really don't have many, but I think my only least favorite here, I think I put Heaven on Earth on there, which is not a bad song. Least favorites does not mean it's bad. It just means that it is one of my less preferred tracks on this album, one that I'm less likely to come back to. Question, would this album be better with no Danny? I don't think so. Definitely JPEG Mafia had my favorite parts on it. I think he was a bigger part of the project. His verses were the most notable for the most part, but if there was no Danny, you wouldn't have that amazing verse on God Loves You, which made it so incredible. It really works the way it is. It definitely feels more like a JPEG Mafia project with Danny Brown on it as well, but I'm okay with that. I think it absolutely worked the way that it is. The back and forth between Peggy and Danny definitely adds to the experience. I agree, Minor Freck. I agree. That was my thoughts right there on Scaring the Hose by JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown. I loved it.